Yo, what's up? Carlo here. Welcome to the vlog. I just wanted to make this quick video because I was tagged in a couple of comments on my Facebook community asking me for my thoughts on sample pairs. So what are sample pairs? So sample pairs are basically sneakers that are not for sale because they're supposedly just samples and they're being sold usually for resale ahead of the release of hyped sneakers. So for example, prior to the Travis Scott Jordan 1 fragments coming out, the lows and the highs, a lot of sample pairs actually were available and being sold by different online sellers and resellers. And obviously you cannot confirm if they're sample pairs because you don't have a receipt. There's no like tag saying that it is, and Nike or whoever won't probably confirm that it is. And they were being sold back then for really high prices. So what do I think about sample pairs? Well, I can only draw from experience, and obviously people will have different opinions about the topic. I have bought around 3 to 4 sample pairs in my sneakerhead life, and I'll go through each one of them and the experience that I had with the different pairs. So one pair, the right sneaker was slightly smaller than the left one. And I don't know if that was because it was a sample or it was an imperfection or if it was an issue because it wasn't like the actual production sneaker. But I couldn't really tell if it was 100% legitimate because there was no receipt, there was no packaging, there was no tag. I had to trust the word of the person who sold it to me that it was a legitimate sample pair. But it just felt kind of off, especially with the overall quality of the shoe. Now, the second pair that I ended up buying, which was another sample pair, we paid really high price for, which was one of those Jordan 1s that were kind of hyped back then. And what really got me kind of puzzled was when my friend who had a fake pair of that particular Jordan 1, we decided to do like a side-by-side, and pretty much everything was the same. Even the color of the stitching in the insole, the quality of the leather, the slight imperfections, even the way the stitching was done on the insole was kind of the same also. Which makes you feel now, so did I just buy a fake that was being marketed as a sample pair? And the third experience I had was I wanted to sell like another sample pair that I ended up buying because I needed some extra cash for a project. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring myself to sell it because I couldn't, in 1000% confidence, sell it to the interested buyer, especially since this buyer was a friend, and give him my full 1000% confident answer na no bro, this is legit, this is 1000% sample, this is not fake. I couldn't say any of those things. So because I didn't have the confidence, nor did I have the assurance that it was such, I ended up not selling it anymore. So I had to resource to finding, like cash elsewhere. So to make a long story short, my experience with sample pairs have not been ideal. They've not been good. They've not been great. Now, for some other collectors, probably it has been awesome for them. But in my experience, it's not something that I would want to do again. Now, in the instance, let's say that I really, really want to buy a sample pair, I'll just hold on to one principle, which is transparency. I would love total transparency, for example, from the seller, where he or she got it. Does he have any chats or screenshots to show that this particular pair actually came from a legitimate source and that source was legitimate as well? Is there some sort of like provenance? That was a term that was used in Pawn Stars, right? When they're trying to figure out if something actually has history to give credibility to the authenticity of a particular item. So I'd love to have that, if there's anything like that. Now, if a seller can provide all of those things, kind of checks out, then I might even consider pulling the trigger. But until then, I kind of doubt that I will. To be honest, I think I'm really at a phase in my sneakerhead journey that I'm super enjoying just buying the non-hype sneakers. Every time a sneaker is super hype, my current response is like, okay, not that. So I'm kind of okay, let's just go for something else. Let's just go for something that's not super crazy in demand. I'm sure I can find another pair that's more reasonable, that's kind of cool. Well, at least in my opinion. So that's where I'm at. Again, it's different for different people. and it's different for different personalities. That's just where I am. My opinion can be totally different from yours, and that's perfectly fine. It's always okay to disagree naman. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share about sample pairs, since a lot of you guys were asking me, and some of you were tagging me in comments, and I just wanted to let you know where I kinda stand on the said topic. Again, it's all based on my personal experience. Can be different for others. Who knows? Nobody really knows for sure. Okay, with that said, that actually is my very quick vlog for today. I just want to get this video up for you in today's episode. As usual, this is Carlo signing out. I hope you're all staying fine, you're all safe, you're all healthy, and I hope that this year, despite coming off rocky, with all of the things that have been happening, I pray, guys, that this year for you will be friggin' amazing. That this will be a breakthrough year for every single one of you. For all of you thinking of coming up with a business, I hope and I pray that it will materialize, it will be successful. For all of you who are thinking of switching careers, I hope that you're able to find like an opportunity or a door will open for you so that you're able to pursue that. For all of you hoping for promotions and more, cash to be able to afford the life that you guys want, or just to have savings, I pray that you all get that this year. 2020 was kind of weird with the pandemic. Not just weird, it was annoying, was sad. 2021 was up and down. 2022 started rocky, but let's just utterly crush this year and make the best out of it. As usual, this is Carlo signing out. Peace. God bless. What's up? Boom.